show you.
Okay. Show me.
It's showtime.
All right, we are back with another D&D movie time, and we're back in our spots. So, it is officially October. Time to start Spooky Month. We got a few things lined up as we get closer and closer to Halloween. We will be doing a sort of version of the Universal Classic Monsters with things like Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man, and the Mummy. We will do a sort of that. In the meantime, to build up to those 5 movies, we have other movies we're going to do at the beginning of the month. So, you should see this Friday. The Monday episode, sorry it was a little late. It took a really long time to edit and convert. I was thinking it was going to be a lot quicker. So that's why that Monday episode was late. But it came out Tuesday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If not, that was kind of the kickoff, because we kicked off our Pirate Month with One Piece. So I wanted to end Pirate Month and begin October with One Piece. So now we're moving on to scarier movies, or movies in the horror genre, or not even horror really. But today we're doing a vampire movie. Cora's really shown that she really likes vampires. She was a big fan of Buffy. And this is a vampire movie that I grew up with. And it's not really scary at all. It's more of a comedy. And I think Cora's going to enjoy it since she enjoyed Buffy. Both the movie and the series. So you look forward to this?
Yep.
And hopefully we could do a reaction at some point during the month of FNAF. So, if you'll notice, she got a birthday gift a little bit early. So, maybe she'll dress up in that for our FNAF review. So, alright, with that said, we are ready to rock and roll. So, we'll see you guys after the movie.
Bye.
Every teenager has problems. But when Jeremy Capello looked in the mirror, he knew things were not quite normal.
The mirror's not working.
They say older women are different. He just wanted to find out how. At last, a movie you can sink your teeth into.
I'm a vampire. Wait, you're telling me that I'm gonna be a teenager for another 20 years?
But It wasn't just his lust for blood which caused the problems.
What are you saying? Do they think I'm a vampire?
Now the vampire hunters are after him.
Stay back! You don't want me! I'm old! My blood's polluted with cholesterol!
The stakes are high. Someone's going to get it in the neck. And soon. So you think you have problems?
Alright, Cora, so we just finished My Best Friend is a Vampire. So, what was this movie about?
So about this boy who is for some reason looking for somebody, some girl to be his girlfriend, and he finds somebody on his one of his deliveries.
Deliveries?
Yeah, what he said. And he goes ahead and meets the exact same person.
But what's special about her?
She's a vampire.
Well, you don't know that yet, but what's special about her? Why is he so shocked about meeting her?
For him, she's hot.
And she was the girl in his dream?
Mm-hmm.
He dreamed about her before he met her? And she knew his name without him telling her?
Mm-hmm. That too.
Go on. So what happened?
And basically, the vampire hunters bust in, but it's too late. The other vampire bit already. And the next day, he was feeling kind of lumpy. He didn't want to eat anything. He didn't want to eat his breakfast. He was going to school quite fine. He asked his girlfriend that he wanted bad, and then he came home and wanted to take a shave, but the meal,
This mirror's broken.
my meal was broken. Even though not me can be broken.
Well, they can be cracked.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Yeah, but not the point where it lets you doesn't see you.
Yep.
No, there's no such thing like that. And if that happened to you, you're a vampire.
Yep.
Or a empire because, or a hot pie, or a hot animal.
But anyways, come on. What's it about? Keep going.
And
So what's going on with his friend during all this? Because the movie is called My Best Friend is a Vampire. So what about the guy who's not a vampire?
well, since the dude who is a vampire goes ahead and drives with his friend a lot, the vampire hunters think his friend is the vampire, not him.
Yeah.
And he goes ahead and finally gets his date, and he messes up. He realized that he was allergic to garlic, because he tried eating pizza and he's like,
Yeah, like his power stopped him, huh?
yeah, but here's one thing I wonder.
What?
Would the vampire die if it ate pizza or anything with garlic?
Maybe. Maybe that's why the powers prevented him from being able to do so.
I don't know. I gotta look it up on the web.
Anyways, keep going. You still haven't told us what's going on with his friend. You keep talking about the vampire guy. What about his friend?
He's the main character!
Yes. But there's something very significant with the best friend going on, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
He figured out that his friend is a vampire.
Well, what about the fact that the guy in the white van, the vampire hunters, are chasing after him?
Yeah, that's what I said!
And they're stalking him, standing outside his house, trying to kill him in parking lots.
Which is literally
Chasing him while he's trying to take a driver's test.
And one time, literally, the super idiot guy tried to shoot him in public.
Yeah.
And it hit the speakers instead. And this angry dude came up and did shoot it. Well, at least it looked like, because the dude who actually shoots his gift it to his partner, so it made it look like he did.
So did the vampire hunter kill him?
Almost, but no.
No. What happens?
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it, so I'm just saying then talking further to you.
What? How do you not know how to explain it? They capture the wrong guy. They capture his friend. They're about to kill his friend and commit murder. But then the main character, who is the vampire, shows up, convinces them not to kill his friend. And then they get outed when he accidentally touched him with the garlic. They have a chase through a graveyard. And when the guy's refusing to give up, all the other vampires show up to help him out. And they turn the main vampire hunter into a vampire.
Yeah, it says the partner, who went away cowardly and I guess quit his job.
Well, he either quit or he became the boss of his own vampire hunters. This was a one-off movie we didn't ever get. They could easily make a prequel to this, following that character MODOK when he was a younger man. Maybe the vampire hunter when he was younger. I feel like there is some animosity there between the two of them. There's some background stuff, like they've known each other for a long time.
It's been time.
But yeah, that was basically
my best friend is a vampire.
And it wasn't scary, was it?
No, because I know it wasn't scary.
It was kind of a comedy, wasn't it?
Kinda. It was straight up comedy.
Okay.
Straight up.
Alright. Well, anyways, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will give our final scores.
Okay. What's up, Doc?
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of Guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new Guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware! Will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Looking for something to pass the time? Need something good to read or listen to?
To get you ready for Halloween.
Do you like famous slashers like Jason, Freddy, Michael, or Ghostface? Do you wish there was something new and original that you could read on your phone or tablet? Or perhaps you like to grab a scary book and read by candlelight?
Check out these short stories, written by Sean Connaughton. When a mildly abusive man mistreats his bride-to-be on Halloween night, his neighbors decide to teach him a lesson. A lesson he won't soon forget when he finds himself in the witch's hole. And narrated by me, Tara Klein.
A Seattle detective, Scott Grimes, investigates a string of odd murders. But where this case ultimately leads him, he could never have predicted when he crosses paths with the legal murderer. And narrated by me, Brad Letson.
Join the Dunn family as they make their way to a vacation home for a weekend trip. However, when the sun goes down, things seem to get just as dark inside as outside. Stay with the Dunns and see if you can make it through the mansion. Audiobook narrated by Dylan Poor.
This story follows Sir Godwin as he and a small group transport a lovely princess out of a soon-to-be war zone, and as they travel they must pass through some woods. However, things grow darker and more sinister the deeper into the woods they go, and they find what some believe to only be known as the Legend of Fort Blood. Narrated for you by Angela Strauman.
So, turn out the lights, light a candle, grab your phone or tablet, and download your ebook or audiobook now.
Currently available all year round on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes.
So don't miss out, and grab your copy today.
Alright, Cora, my best friend is a vampire. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this movie?
9 out of 10. I'm pretty sure my dad's going to yell at me for this, but had no loopholes.
Not every movie has bloopers. And that's a pretty sad reason. I'm talking about the movie, not the extras.
10 out of 10.
I'm not saying you have to change. Is there something about the movie you didn't like? That would bring it down? I mean, you are kind of younger than probably the target audience for this, so I'm sure there's a lot of jokes you probably don't understand yet. Even though you're about the same age I was when I saw this movie.
Well, I didn't understand, well, the friend, what the vampire on stalked his friend. And his friend came to the house and wanted to beat them up with a bat. But the stupid, very dumb stupid, thinks he's the vampire, and he said his fangs were 3 times sharper. I don't know how the line goes.
He was trying to make himself seem like heroic. He was hysterical and lying because he was just being cowardly. So he was exaggerating to his boss, like, "Oh my God, it was so horrible! You wouldn't believe it." And I don't think he did believe it. But anyways, so it's 9 out of 10, like above you. Okay. Any favorite scenes?
I would see how the friend reacts to when he first finds out he's a vampire.
When he's like, kind of like, "Oh, I seen David Copperfield do this." Have you ever seen David Copperfield drink blood?
When he was like, go and get out of my house! Get out! You're a vampire, you kicked out my house! Get out! You're not allowed! Get out!
Who's your favorite character in the movie?
Main character, vampire.
Yeah.
Hot Empire. I have no idea how to say vampire without the V.
Any other questions about this movie? Oh, was it interesting to actually see a movie, though, that it's kind of like the reverse, really. I mean, normally you hear all these vampire stories, you hear it from the side of people who are being chased by vampires or people who are being vampire hunters. But this time we're actually witnessing the story from the vampire's point of view. Right?
Yeah, and trust me, if I was ever in a movie, like if I had a chance to make my own movie, actually I don't know, I was saying once my dad gives me my own YouTube channel. It'll probably be my first video.
Anyways, does this make you want to be a vampire?
I mean, it kind of showed us some cool stuff, like you get to mind control people, and you get to fly. I bet you can turn into anything.
Well, other vampires movies show that stuff. And we watched Fright Night, and they flew, and vampires flew in Fright Night.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, the one with Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy and the vampire, they tell the vampire, "Oh, you can't come in if you're not invited, and you can't come in the house." And he's like, "I can if there's no house." And he like punched the ground and pulled out the gas line and lit the house on fire. You remember that? No? Guessing not. Alright. Well, anyways, sit up.
Yeah.
Moving on to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I will give My Best Friend is a Vampire a 10 out of 10. Like I said, grew up with this movie. I would watch this every time I went to my mother's. The Nora character was extremely attractive, so I always found her beautiful when I was growing up. I would have wanted to be a vampire. I wouldn't care. It is a funny movie, and it surprisingly now, like I said, I have not watched this movie since I was a teenager, which was many, 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 many years ago. And so going back to this now, I actually saw plenty of people who were just, like, much bigger names now. People I recognize from movies and stuff. Like, for instance, Kathy Bates is in this movie. Like, you always hear people talk about different movies that Kathy Bates is in, but nobody ever talks about this. I mean, it's just a tiny little guest role, but she's in this movie, and it's crazy. It's like, wait a minute, why didn't I remember that? Why didn't I ever realize that? This was back during her very skinny years, where she was actually rather skinny. So, I mean, during, like, the time of, like, Misery and stuff. So, but yeah, the father of the main character, I know I've seen him in other stuff. It has the actor who played Odo from Deep Space Nine, which I'd like to watch with Cora one day. Sit down with her and watch Star Trek Next Gen, Deep Space Nine, and then Voyager. I think she's going to love it. I think Voyager will probably be her favorite. But, alright. This is just our first stop on this Halloween train for this month. So, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And click that notification bell, that death bell, so you are notified every time a new video rises from the grave. And with that said, we will see you all in the next review.
Bye! Don't forget to hit that and don't forget to type in a spooky comment.
Alright, see you next time.